and just be here from the garden. We're back to a new Simpsons video, and we're back with another re-reviewing of my favorite Simpson episodes. And this is another good one from the classic seasons. And it starts with Marge telling Homer not to eat any of the food until their guests arrive because they're having a party. And yeah, Homer just thinking about, oh yeah, having a moment with a sandwich, and they're telling the kids to go to bed. And yeah, we see Maude and Ned, and Ned's making this special drink for Homer, and yeah, Homer's seemingly getting drunk by it. And then Barney's going to Selma and Patty, and yeah, he gets sprayed in the face. And Dr. Hibbert's saying of how there's a fake fly in his drink, and Bart just put, "Boy, our party sucks." He changes the words. And yeah, Homer just acting all drunk, and Maggie taking some money and ripping it to shreds. And Homer just saying that that this random guy that he doesn't even know much about, he says, "You disgust me." And then we get what a lot of people would probably know about this episode with. And that is with Homer is telling Maude, can he have a handful of peanuts? And she's like, sure. And he's like, not those peanuts, the ones at the bottom. And he looks exactly where you are saying. And he's like, oh. He says the ones at the bottom. And yeah, of course Marge is just saying Homer just wanting a handful of peanuts. But not the peanuts at the top, the ones at the bottom Homer mentions. And yeah, Homer was pretty much a whole embarrassment that he of course passed out at the party. And Marge gets Homer into the car to say of how embarrassed he was. And he thinks that the party was good, that he can think, but no. Of course we saw that, yeah, of course it wasn't so much of a good party. And she's going to church without him. And Homer talking to Bart because she says that Homer scarred Bart for life. And yeah, we see at the church and Homer coming to church and Marge signing up for this marriage class. And Marge gets this babysitter and she sees Bart and she remembers how troublesome Bart was and runs off. And Marge is telling Abe if he can babysit, and Homer's putting a fishing rod in the trunk, even though they're going to a lake that they're not fishing at. And Marge got some numbers for Abe to call in case of emergencies. And then they go to the Catfish Lake, and yeah, Homer sees a bait shop, a fish bait shop, and then he goes to get gas and getting some bait, and is being told about this fish, which he says he's going to catch it. And Lisa is wondering if they're, if they're being too much on their grandpa. And yeah, we see the meeting going on, and the Reverend really helps these two couples. And yeah, Marge names all these different bad things that Homer did, and Bart and Lisa and Maggie and Abe are at the store while Bart's smoking a cigarette. And yeah, while they're shopping, and Marge is still going on about things Homer did. And Bart, Lisa, and Abe are watching McBain, and Homer is trying to snake out to go fishing, and Marge says that he is snaking out, and yeah, he's begging what to do and to help him, and she says to get back into bed. And he goes for a walk and ends up seeing this guy leave his fishing rod. And yeah, he accidentally grabs on and getting caught by this fish, which yeah, Marge sees. And the kids are drinking coffee. These seem way too young to be drinking coffee. And they're doing a trust fall, which yeah, Marge can't do. And Abe is taking a shower and sees this whole party going on. And yeah, seeing all these different people like Otto and Milhouse and everybody are at this party, and Nelson just burning Abe's foot, and Homer beating the fish, and Abe just crying like he just making the kids feel bad of what they did, and they decide to clean up. And Marge sees what Homer did, and of course he's trying to explain himself, but he pushes the fish back into the water, and he's like, he cares more about with his marriage, and he says that you think that there's a problem with our marriage, and everything is all good. And they make it back home, and saying how sparkly it was. And yeah, Abe then says that he was fake crying to get them to clean up, and they're amazed, they're astonished. But yeah, a really good episode. I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know across below. To the next one. P.S. P.S. At the end, like the very end, I almost forgot to mention this. At the very end, we see this guy getting some bait and being told if somebody's caught the fish that Homer almost caught. And yeah, the guy giving the bait to this guy said that there was almost a man that did it, and talking about how Homer Simpson almost caught the fish that everybody's